Washington, Disney Pixar's animated comedy Coco easily repeated as the winner of the North American box office with a solid $26.1 million at 3,987 locations during a moderate weekend. The third weekend of Warner Bros., DC Entertainment's Justice League finished second with $16.7 million at 3,820 sites, with the superhero tentpole dropping 60%. Lionsgate's Wonder continued to perform well with $12.5 million at 3,449 venues to come in third, followed by Disney Marvel's fifth frame of Thor, Ragnarok with $9.7 million at 3,148 sites. The fourth weekend of Paramount's Daddy's Home 2 with $7 million at 3,403 venues, and Fox's fourth weekend of Murder on the Orient Express with $6.7 million at 3,201 screens. Awards contenders Lady Bird and Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri tied for seventh place with $4.5 million each. A24's Lady Bird expanded by 403 sites to 1,194, and Fox Searchlight's Three Billboards doubled its run to 1,430 screens. The major studios opted to rely on holdovers during the session and held off on any wide openings. A24 generated strong performance from its limited launch of James Franco's The Disaster Artist with $1.2 million at 19 locations for a $64,254 per screen average. Fox Searchlight's The Shape of Water saw an impressive $166,800 at 2 theaters, and Woody Allen's Wonder Wheel debuted with a solid $140,555 at 5 sites through Amazon. Sony Classic's second weekend of Call Me By Your Name posted a stellar $281,280 at 4 screens for a 10-day total of $908,175. It won the Best Feature at the Gotham Independent Film Awards on November 27. Coco has now taken in $108.7 million in its first 12 days following a 47% decline from its opening. The film, based on the traditions surrounding the Day of the Dead holiday in Mexico, centers on a 12-year-old boy who dreams of becoming a musician. The film has been embraced by critics with a 97% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Disney's Moana performed slightly better during the same period last year with $119.8 million after 12 days. The studio has not released a price for Coco. Disney Pixar titles are usually budgeted in the $175 million to $200 million range. Justice League has finished its first 17 days with $197.3 million domestically. The movie, which teams up the DC characters in the same manner as Disney Marvel's superheroes, is the 10th highest grossing title released in 2017. It's been the lowest performer among the 5 films in the DC Extended Universe, with Wonder Woman grossing $275.1 million in its first 17 days in June and Suicide Squad taking in $262.4 million in its first 17 days last year. Gal Gadot stars as Wonder Woman along with Ben Affleck as Batman, Henry Cavill as Superman, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Ezra Miller as The Flash, and Ray Fisher as Cyborg as the superheroes team up to save the world. Warner Bros. Has not disclosed the production cost, which is believed to be as much as $300 million. Justice League also grossed $35.7 million on approximately 20,375 screens in 66 international markets, bringing the overseas total to $370.1 million and the global total $567.4 million. Overall domestic moviegoing totaled $104 million, up $8 million from the same frame in 2016 and the biggest post-Thanksgiving weekend in 5 years, according to Comscore.